Beginnings. At the top of an old oak tree, quite close to the clouds, there lived a light, fluffy, silver-white feather. It was unique, delicate like the wind, and subtle like the graceful dance of a ballerina in a silk dress. From a safe distance, it had been observing the world below for a long time, and nothing suggested that something would change. Watching people from the height of the treetop provided it with daily reflections on their lives and choices. Choices made by smiling, longing, hurried or amused people, as well as by those with thoughtful faces who seemed lost in the here and now. The feather often wondered what it would be like to be brave enough to make so many decisions every day, like simply choosing to set off. And although it had an extraordinary ability to move through time, it preferred to remain an observer floating on the wind rather than someone who interfered with the course of events, especially its own. But sometimes decisions are made for us because by making no decision at all, we also choose, and life doesn't particularly care whether we want to make them or not. That's why, on a windy day, the feather caught in an invisible whirlwind and carried by a strange force, was taken to a completely new place. It landed on the windowsill of a shiny glass house. The house of Dira and Luna. "Luna, will you come downstairs, please?" It heard the familiar daily call from the stairs. "In a moment," the girl would often reply, sometimes changing it to "I'll be right there." But neither "in a moment" nor "I'll be right there" ever happened since the feather had settled on the windowsill. Moments later, Luna would stare out the window, take a piece of paper, and begin writing. And so it went, day after day. After some time on the windowsill, the feather began to lose its lightness and fluffiness, and its silver-white color turned gray. Its existence revolved around waiting for the girl who repeated the same routine almost every day. And every day, she would ask aloud, "Who will take the first step, and why isn't she coming up the stairs?" The feather wondered if the words Luna wrote were the same as what she spoke, and if they might be the script for a play, as the phrases spoken aloud seemed to stray from ordinary narrative. Then, one day, with the window opened, carried by an invisible force, the feather moved again. It floated into the room, landing directly on Luna's notebook. Curious, it began to read the repetitive words, sensing fear and longing in each one. An entire notebook filled with the same two questions? It thought. And just as the answer began to form in its mind, a strong gust of wind blew, and the feather changed its place once again. The door to the room closed, and Luna began to write anew. Does being only an observer influence reality? The feather pondered, lying on the floor. Does the desire for change always require action, or is it sometimes enough just to open up to its presence and do nothing? And almost instantly, it realized that the fluffiness of feathers fades, and the silver color loses its shine when it allows decisions to be made without it. The next day, lying motionless on the ground, it thought, "Who will take the first step? And who will be the first to climb the stairs? Because in a moment, and I'll be right there won't stop time. And as it rose slightly above the ground, it regained its ability to see the future. A long-forgotten magical power revealed the situation so vividly that there could be no mistake about what was to come. Images swirled one after the other, creating a colorful mosaic of events yet to unfold. The scenes the feather saw moved like a kaleidoscope. Stubbornness, distance, and the memory of who was the last to stop climbing the stairs. The feather understood that, just like Luna, it had long been swept up in waiting to change what had stripped it of color, lightness, and fluff. The observer began to rise higher and higher, powered by the strength of its decision. In the notebook, on the last page Luna had written, it added in thin but clear handwriting. I like it when we are together downstairs. Moments later, as she did at the same time every day, Luna entered the room. Sitting down with her notebook, she noticed handwriting different from her own. She read the words as if they touched the deepest corners of her soul. In each letter of the written words, she saw the longing that had been lingering both upstairs and downstairs, waiting for change. Oh, I see, you've been here, Luna said aloud. You came up the stairs, so now I can finally go down. And full of a hidden joy, she went downstairs as if it were the most natural thing in the world, heading toward Dira. Two worlds were revived by the feather's impulse. Sometimes an invisible force comes from outside. No longer able to watch the separation, the feather caused the change to prevent the future it had seen from happening. Or perhaps it simply no longer wanted to be carried into the unknown. Perhaps it saw its own reflection in all of this. Because sometimes a small step gives rise to a new beginning, not just on the outside. The impulse for change can come from anywhere. Not acting on it is also a choice. And as we know, life doesn't really care whether we're ready to decide or not. So it's worth choosing what feels right at the moment. Waiting or deciding, the feather thought, and began continuing the moments that passed like silent gusts of wind, waiting to see what the answer would bring. 1 moment, 2, 3 of them, 4, 5, 6 moments, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 moments, 12, 13, 14, 15 of them, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 of them, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 of them, 30. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43 of them, 44, 45, 46 moments, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52 of them, 53, 54 moments, 55, 56, 57 of them, 58, 59, 60. 61, 62 of them, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67 moments, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72 of them, 73, 74, 75 moments, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81 of them, 82, 83 moments, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91 of them, 92, 93, 94 moments, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99 moments.